Welcome to Real Moms, Real Talk, live from Lynchburg, Virginia.
Today, we're going to be talking about a topic that's near and dear to all of our hearts, motherhood. I remember when I first had my child, I was scared out of my wits. I was so grateful to have my husband and my parents there to support me, and for this new adventure, it was great to have my husband by my side.
I have to agree with you. Being a new mom is one of the scariest things in the world. You're in such a vulnerable state, and you have to take care of this child that's completely dependent on you. And I was a single mom. It was all certainly a challenge trying to figure it out, but it was definitely worth it. Some girls don't have the same support we had, though. Did you know that according to the Candies Foundation, 70 teen girls per hour become pregnant?
Wow, I did not. It's certainly an issue that needs to be talked about. It's an issue that's really impacting a lot of our teen girls.
And it may seem like a world away, but it actually affects us all. Taxpayers are spending $9.4 billion annually to help out these teen moms.
Looking at recent reports from 2015, 229,715 babies were born to teen girls between the ages of 15 and 19 years old. To bring light to this real-life situation, we have a special guest to give us a new perspective. Come on out, Taylor. Welcome, Taylor.
Hi. Thanks so much for coming on the show to talk with us. Although you're young, you're still a mom, and we wanted to have some real talk with you. So, Taylor, how old are you?
I'm 16 years old.
Wow, that's really young. And what grade in school are you?
10th grade.
And so when did you find out you were pregnant?
About 2 months ago, I started getting really sick, and my friend suggested that I might be pregnant. And so I kind of just took the test to shut her up, but it turned out that it was true.
Wow, that's a heck of a way to find out. It's good that you have a friend like that by your side. But what about the father?
That's an interesting situation. We've always had an on-again, off-again relationship, and once he found out about the baby, we kind of just were off again. And he has a scholarship for college, and he doesn't want anything to do with the baby. So he suggested that I get an abortion, but I want to keep it.
Wow, that's a really tough situation. But what about your parents? Are they supportive?
Not really. I've never had the best relationship with them. They were really busy with school, with work, and so I had the house to myself a lot, which was nice at times, but it was also very lonely.
So how did they react when you told them about your pregnancy?
I can't say they were too happy about it. I had to actually stay at a friend's house for a couple nights after I told them, just to let the tension die down, and it's still pretty tense in my house.
Well, I'm really sorry to hear that. I know the situation you described is very common for a lot of teenage mothers, but what are your plans for the future? Are you planning on keeping the baby?
I am planning on having the baby. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue school or even college, but I want my kid to have the best life. So if that includes adoption, then I will do that, just so even if they're not with me, they are happy and taken care of.
I think you're absolutely right. When you hold your child for the first time, something magical happens, and the bond really is hard to be broken.
And what about school? What are you thinking about?
Right now, I'm still attending, but I actually had to quit my volleyball team, and I had to stop hanging out with a lot of my friends. So.
Did you have any adult mentors that reached out to you?
Not really. I used to be close with my youth group and my church family, but once I told them that I was pregnant, they didn't have a lot of experience in dealing with this topic, so they kind of distanced themselves from me.
I'm really sorry to hear that. There really should be more resources in our community, especially in the church, that helps teens out in similar situations, because it really is something that a lot of young ladies have to deal with.
Okay, Taylor, we've got a couple more questions for you. Is there anything you'd like to tell the audience out there, just to get rid of any misconceptions that people have about teen pregnancy?
I think it's really important for teenage girls to understand that this can happen to anyone, and that you shouldn't think that you're an exception to the rule. I think if you're grown enough to be sexually active, that you should be grown enough to wear protection.
Wow. And is there anything you'd like to tell the parents?
I guess I would just say to talk to your kids, even though it might be an awkward conversation and it's not something that everybody wants to have a talk about, but if your kids trust you, they'll listen. And I think it's also something that needs to be implemented in schools more, in talking about safe sex and everything.
Wow. Well, thanks for coming to our show, Taylor. We actually have a representative from the Blue Ridge Pregnancy Center here in Lynchburg that really wants to talk to you backstage. The Blue Ridge Pregnancy Center helps to educate women on all their options and offers counseling and other resources. So if you're in Lynchburg and you're dealing with teen pregnancy, these are the people to reach out to.
And it looks like we're about out of time. Thanks for joining us, Lynchburg, for Real Moms, Real Talk, where real moms have real talk. Thanks.